There are a lot of questions this morning after the FBI served a warrant at a Fulton County Elections facility, removing thousands of ballots from the 2020 election. We're told it's part of a federal investigation. Agents were at the site for hours and left with truckloads of material. The raid was at the Fulton County Election Hub and Operations Center here in Union City on Campbellton-Fairburn Road. So let's get out to 11 Alive's Dan Kennedy. You have our coverage this morning from the streaming center. What do we know about why this happened?
Well, it really all goes back to the 2020 election. That's what the search warrant described. Our crews there, you mentioned the truckloads, Rachel. Our crews counted 3 truckloads full that the FBI left with there at the Fulton County Election Hub and Operations Center. We watched as the FBI searched that election office for hours. Both the FBI Director, Andrew Bailey, and the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, were there on site. Court records show this operation is related to the Justice Department's investigation into alleged voter fraud. Specifically, how ballots and records from the 2020 election were preserved and handled. The Justice Department has been suing Fulton County to obtain these records, but a judge has not yet ruled in that case. Fulton County leaders say they were already scheduled to transfer the records to the court system next month. Chairman of the Fulton County Board of Commissioners was there last night reacting to the raid.
I really wasn't surprised. I mean, we've felt all along and known all along that Fulton County, has been, a target for obvious reasons, going back to 2020 elections, 2024 elections. Our elections were open, they were fair, and every legal vote was counted, and those votes, those ballots, and everything contained in those boxes, they have been secure as long as they were in the possession of Fulton County.
Well, we also heard from the Georgia Republican Party Chairman Josh McCoon, who said that today marks a major step toward truth and accountability, saying the FBI's execution of a search warrant at the Fulton County Election Hub is long overdue. Georgians have waited years for real answers about what happened in 2020. The FBI has not released any additional details, only saying the investigation is ongoing. We do know, however, that the materials are headed to the FBI's Central Records Complex in Virginia. So what are we hearing from the other side, Rachel? I could tell you I was looking up some of the responses from folks this morning, from Democrats and Republicans. And if you have a minute, I want to start with the Democrats here. Senator John Ossoff calling President Trump a sore loser on a crusade. And then you have the Democratic Party of Georgia releasing this statement saying that every Georgian should be alarmed that Donald Trump is wielding federal law enforcement to push his baseless, dangerous lies about winning the 2020 election. And then there's State Senator Josh McLaren, who says he's worried about the chain of custody of the ballot boxes.
If they are able to modify the contents of these boxes, when I say they, I mean the Trump administration, then there's really no way of knowing what did happen in 2020.
And again, just to drive the point home, this is all about the 2020 election. President Trump spoke about it just last week at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland.
It was a rigged election. Everybody now knows that. They found out. People will soon be prosecuted for what they did.
And we are also hearing from some Republicans. I have their responses pulled up here on X, including Congressman and U.S. Senate candidate Mike Collins saying, "Go get him, Cash," in reference to FBI Director Kash Patel. Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, now running for governor, took it a step further, saying Fulton County elections couldn't run a bake sale, adding that today is an important step toward accountability. So another issue with a clear line drawn between the stands. We are going to be analyzing this a little further with a defense attorney, Daryl Cohen, coming up in about 2 hours right here on 11 Alive Plus from the streaming center. So keep it with us, and we'll be giving you more analysis on this big story out of Fulton County. But now here's Chesley checking.